Well, it's a beautiful day again. I'm going to take this opportunity of self-isolation to break in the King Motor Blade Baja Triton 5B. Here it is, guys. Just finished painting it yesterday. Put all the body panels back on, and I think it's come up pretty nice. I'm loving the orange and yellow paint job, fluorescent colours. I've also put some outerwears on there. You can see down there on the pull start, and you can't really see, but it's on the air filter as well. I'll be taking the body off in a minute, so you'll see that. And I put these shock outerwears as well, because I will be taking this on dirt. Looks awesome, guys. Can't wait to break this thing in. Here it is without the body. Oh. So I went for the cheaper Roven outerwears, as you can see. The outerwear pre-filters themselves, the original brand, are super expensive, guys, like ridiculous for what they are. So I couldn't really justify spending that extra $1 on that. However, I did go for the original outerwear brand on the shocks. I just thought they looked too cool to pass. Right there you can see all the electronics have been set up. I've bound my FlySky GT3B to the receiver. Battery's charged, endpoints adjusted, everything's ready to go. Done all that preparation prior to this video. Also, I've tightened all the nuts and bolts, put thread lock where necessary, and I've also rebuilt the differential, replaced the packed grease with differential silicone oil, as I believe that will give it a better performance. Okay guys, remember, you will need to mix your petrol, gasoline, with a special synthetic oil. This is what I'm using. It's a Power Model 2TS. This is what was recommended to me on the RC Models website. And it's a 25:1 mixture. So as you can see here, you just fill the petrol up to that line where the petrol pump is, and then the rest you fill up with the oil until you reach the line that says 25:1. Easy. Okay guys, so this next step was very much inspired by me looking at and doing my research online, mainly on YouTube, looking at some very good and experienced petrol RC guys namely Botter Gel. Shout out to him. He suggests that, especially with these brands of RCs, KM and Roven in particular, you need to, before you do anything, remove the spark plug, get your 3-in-1 oil, put a few drops down the plug, apply some heat to the engine, get it up to around 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and turn it over gently without the spark plug in, but nicely saturating that area with oil before we even get going with the running process. So let's do that. Remember guys, remember to inspect the spark plug before we get going. Yeah, it looks pretty good to me. It was dry as a bone in there just now, so I'm glad I'm doing this. Okay guys, it's time to use the heat gun. There's a lot of plastic around the engine area here. Okay, so I'm going to try and point the heat gun towards the cooling fins just around here. Okay, as to avoid melting any of the plastics, I would suggest you keep the heat gun at a low heat setting and slowly get the temps up to around 180, 200 degrees Fahrenheit before we start turning over the engine gently with a 3-in-1 oil in it. Okay, that's about right. Just gently, we're going to just gently pull it. Just get that oil nicely saturated in the cylinder. Okay, once you've done that a few times, keep it at bottom dead center. Okay, so the high-speed needle is this one here, and that is 1.5 turns out from closed. So let's do it. So let's close it first of all. So that's half, 1, 1.5. Okay, so that's more than 1.5, 1.5. Okay, so let's do it. So that's fully closed now. So half, 1, 1.5. Okay, so let's leave it at that. Okay, so low speed needle, 1/4 turns out from close. So let's do it. Okay, so this is the low speed needle here. There's a little L just above it, so you'll be able to tell in person. It's very hard to see on here. Okay, so 1.25 turns. So let's do it. So half, 1. Okay, so let's do it. Half, 1, 1.25. Cool. Okay, I'm just going to prime the engine now. Okay, supposedly according to the manual you can't flood these engines through priming, so you can be quite generous with a primer bulb. It gets to the point where it doesn't actually fill anymore, so that's enough, I think. Okay, so quickly I've just applied some heat to the engine again. I'm going to put the choke down. Okay, so horizontal is choke off, vertical is choke down. Okay, so let's do it. No need for transmitter yet. We can start it without the need for the electronics. Okay, we've got some life there, guys. My heart rate is going already. But you hear a little audible pop. That's a sign that you can put the old choke off. And now let's see if we can get this thing started without the need for any throttle. Ooh. Get in there. Okay, I think we need a little bit of throttle, just a tad. Let's see if you Okay guys, so that was a very successful first startup. No issues whatsoever so far. I'm just going to be heat cycling this engine now in this braking process. What I suggest is you run it for 15 minutes at a time at an idle, and then shut the engine off. Allow it to cool completely. You then start it up again. Make sure you heat it up again to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And repeat the process for the next 2 tanks. So you want 3 tanks in total on an idle. So let's do it, guys. Okay, so engine has now cooled completely to atmospheric temperature. So let's heat it up again to 200 degrees Fahrenheit and get this baby running for tank 2. Just let's add a little bit more prime. Choke up. A little bit more gas. Let's see if that does it. Okay, successful tank 2. It's time for tank 3. It's exactly the same procedure again. Apply heat to the engine, get it up to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I generally turn on the choke, pull it gently a few times until you hear the pop, choke off, and that's tank 3 for another 15 minutes, guys, and then you can take it on the road. Well, guys, what better thing to do on a day like this whilst waiting for your petrol beast of an RC car to finish its 3rd tank idling. You gotta just chill in your shed, haven't you? Cheers, guys. Okay, so that's the 3rd heat cycle complete. So that's all you have to do is wait for the engine to cool off, back to the ambient temperature, and now it's time to take it on the road. Okay guys, so I'm out here in a secluded area, and I'm about to run my 4th heat cycle. So it's just going to be very light use of throttle, just maybe quarter throttle, bursts of about 2 seconds to 3 seconds, and then do that for the next 15 minutes, and then we move on to the next tank after that. Okay, so transmitter goes on first, and then receiver battery. Check if all the electronics work. Okay, that looks fine. Perfect, we're good to go. I'm just going to set the trim up a little bit on this. Choke down as the engine has fully cooled off. Okay. It smells so good. Okay guys, so that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed my first encounter with a beast 5th scale machine. I've loved every minute of filming this today, exploring new realms in the hobby, and I hope you do the same, even with coronavirus looming around. Okay guys, so hope you enjoyed the video. I would really appreciate you liking and subscribing if you like the video, but obviously you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would be nice. Anyway guys, hope to see you soon. I'll be posting more videos up as soon as I can. Now I just need to call my girlfriend to let her know where I've been all day. Shit.